for Kapatisi TV.
Together we achieve, together we can fly, reaching for the sky.
ICFA University, Meghalaya.
Ka St. Joseph Academy of Nursing, ka Shlempuli ka na Omtro Riboy District, hakalay pautrek ujaliw aja apun riaw, klapan kop buram ya saupusan ngut Samla puli, ha graduation day, kibala Pyndep ya graduate, ha ka GNM Nursing jong senam araja arpuar apusan. Hakan ni kajing penkop buram, lasak hilang du MP ka Raja Sabha, James PK Sangma, ubal long kumukongsan, ringkat kajing dan lang u advisor ka tanat puli putih ke Sarkar Jela, uba HM Sang Peliang, kum usumbut kongsan. U advisor about director jong St. Joseph Academy of Nursing Umtro, uba EL Heng, ka principal jong ka Dr. H. Gordon Robert College of Nursing ka kong Lucy Warba, ka principal jong ka St. Joseph Academy of Nursing ka kong Iban Rilin Rani kinong hikay gikimig pa bat Samla puli.
Rabon, Miss Labyangwon Kongwar, Miss Nonglai, Bayakun Marvin, Miss Bayakman Lapang, and Miss Bhabak Myra. May I call upon Miss Dapishisha Singh to come forward, followed by Felisha Shatak, Miss Ibankin Cleo Rambai, Miss Karadekor Malik, and Miss Lasbon.
A journey filled with opportunities, responsibilities, and the privilege of serving humanity. The history of nursing reminds us of its humble beginnings. It has been said that nursing began in the dim past when some mother among the cave dwellers cooled the fevered head of a sick child with water from the nearby brook. From those simple acts of love and care has grown one of the most respected and indispensable professions in modern society. Today's nursing profession demands much more than goodwill. Modern nurses receive comprehensive education because excellent patient care requires scientific knowledge, sound judgment, technical competence, and ethical responsibility. Along with professional knowledge, nurses must continually develop qualities that define excellence. A good nurse should possess intelligence, sound education, good manners, physical and emotional resilience, a compassionate heart, and skilled hands. The good news is that you have been prepared well. During the past 3 years, St. Joseph's Academy of Nursing has equipped you not only with professional knowledge and clinical skills, but also with the values, discipline, and character expected of members of this noble profession. You graduate today with a strong foundation upon which you can build a successful and meaningful career. As you begin your professional journey, remember that every patient comes under your care is more than a diagnosis or a medical record. Each patient is a person with hopes, fears, pain, and loved ones. While medicines may heal the body, your kindness, your patience, and your reassuring presence often bring healing to the human spirit. You will work in a world where healthcare is constantly evolving. New technologies will emerge, treatments will advance, and expectations will continue to grow. Therefore, never stop learning. Continue to update your knowledge, sharpen your skills, and remain committed to the highest standards of professional excellence.
I think that many of you don't have to have such serious faces, or maybe it's because you're all thinking in your mind that 3 years of being in prison, 3 years of going through all that torture, all that study, and finally we are free, but we still have to listen and sit and go through this convocation ceremony. So trust me, we won't take much time. I won't take much time. You guys can enjoy this really, really wonderful moment. This moment where all your struggles have been made worth it, and you can really, really enjoy this special day with your faculty members, your teachers, to whom you owe everything, and also with your parents who have sacrificed so much to send you to this very, very prestigious institution where finally you are at a threshold in your life. This is, I know, a very, very special moment, and I speak to the graduating students because the day I graduated, there were a lot of mixed feelings going on in my mind. Of course, there's this feeling of excitement that, wow, I'm going to be starting something new. I am going to be independent from now onwards. Break free from all the shackles of parenting and all that. And at the same time, in that excitement also, there was this feeling of uncertainty. And I'm sure that you will have that mixed feeling. That feeling of excitement, yet the feeling of uncertainty as to what is the future going to hold for me. That's a very, very natural thing. And all I would like to say to you is that God has mysterious ways of working in our lives. And I think that as you step into this unknown, this new, exciting future, always remember to always remember our God, our Lord in your prayers, that He may guide you, especially in this very, very challenging profession of yours. We've heard our previous speakers who've mentioned Sir Hek, Bahima, and Madam Marba about how noble this profession is. It is indeed a very, very noble profession. And along with all that nobility also comes a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifice. I think that the nobility from this profession is something that, only after going through the crucible of service that nobility emerges. I was reading somewhere during the COVID time, when I was also the health minister of Meghalaya at that time. I read somewhere in the papers about one particular nurse, and really stood out for me because she was from the northeast. And she is this nurse who's working in this very small hospital in Nagaland. And she would be completing her 18-hour of grueling shift, because COVID days were really, really such a tough time on everyone, especially caregivers like the nurses. And she had children, and she would just go back home after a grueling 18-hour shift. And all she could do, although she wanted to go and hug her kids after being so tired and exhausted, and tell them everything is okay, but yet she couldn't. She had to just wave at them. And this went for 7-8 months, where she could not really go and spend quality time with her children whom she loved so much. And that really shows where that nobility comes from. And you all are so lucky today to be part of this such a noble profession. The motto of St. Joseph's Academy of Nursing mentions learn, build, and achieve. I think it really encompasses the profession of nursing so well. Learn from the point of view of what you have done, the theory, the practicals, and the knowledge which all of you have amassed and now hold within your minds. The building, where you build through many, many hours of night shifts, ER services, wherein you will build that skill. your hands are going to be trained to provide that service where you will continue to build upon your talent and of course achieve, more importantly, achieve that kind of state where you will become the person in whom a stranger, a complete stranger, is going to trust their lives in.
Mornings are always busy. Everything feels fast. I hear mom shouting and I'm trying not to be late. Outside, Shillong is already awake. Cars move slowly, horns are loud. It feels like everyone is in a hurry. Then the STEMS bus comes in, bright and yellow, always on time. The caretaker waves and I feel okay. Inside, we laugh and sing. We share snacks, we help each other with homework. It feels nice. My parents know I'm safe through the STEMS app on mom's phone. Because this bus isn't just a ride. It takes us to school with friends and a little bit of hope. This is STEMS, our ride, our future.